I can see a lot of tears of joy and a lot of things that we never thought we can put words into it. I think this gave us a moment to think about motherhood as a force of nature in many different ways. Thank you so much. I would like to take a moment to give a big round of applause to all the performers tonight. We can do better. We can do better. Thank you. And this moment, I would like to also say this wouldn't have been possible without supporters behind the scene. I would like to invite one at a time just to get their initial reaction. Mandaline, first to you.
Well, it's interesting because we've actually done studies about motherhood and caregiving, and what media portrays is that mothers are skinny and white, and we have no idea who takes care of their children. Their houses are spotless, and they're perfectly coiffed, and that's not livable. And for any of us who grew up and maybe didn't have a supportive family to kind of counter that, it's a tremendous amount. So what I would say for everyone here is, you are the authentic moms, and that's really what it is. And I'm crying constantly. So, but anyway, it's just really beautiful, and thank you for being so honest and transparent. Thank you.
Just one moment. Well, thank you to Mandaline. Again, you have to clap hard. Come on, people. She had a million things to do, but she donated her time here. Thank you so much. But, I no, this is, yeah. I have one last question for you. How do you think we can support and build a community that can truly support amazing talent? Sometimes it's very hard to get into the door. How can we as individuals, how can everybody reach out to you or connect with you, or how can we support each other?
I think mentorship is really important. So I pioneered the Women's Leadership Peer Circle for the TV Academy. And I've had this group of 20 women for like 4 years. And I think also it's just really important not to judge a book by its cover. Someone may reach out to you, and don't just think because they don't have the right title or the right job that they don't have value, because there could be thousands of people. Their children could be in school. They could be a whole bunch of reasons, and you're missing an opportunity. So I would say, always say yes, and do think about, mentoring or, giving back when you can.
Thank you so much. Now I would like to invite my dear friend Emily from Clio Health. She has been an amazing supporter this year. I would like you to speak up about our collaboration.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you, Rupa. Thank you for gathering this room of amazing people. As Rupa mentioned, I'm Emily Seal, Executive Director at the Clios. At the Clios, we celebrate creativity in advertising and marketing, similar to here at Cannes. And we have thought leadership and content throughout the year, and we're always showing up in all the places where the most creative people are. So we're honored. I'm honored to be a part of this evening. I would like to genuinely thank each and every one of you for sharing your truth, for sharing your honesty and your raw selves. I know that's not easy, but the more that we see that, the more permission that each and every one of us have to continue to do that. So thank you for that. Rupa and I this year, and what I do specifically at Clio Health, is we focus on celebrating creativity in the space of health, pharmaceutical, lifestyle and wellness, and beyond. But we try to focus also on global issues where we can use creativity and the power of creativity to make change. So we have specialty categories that focus on those global health issues: mental health, health equity, environmental health. And throughout the past few years, and hopefully more in the future, we've seen a lot of great creativity coming out in the space of women's health that is giving permission for women to experience different symptoms when they were often dismissed or minimized. There's some winning work here this year from Bayer called Anything But Normal. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend it. And it's really allowing women to be who they are and say their truth and speak their truth instead of minimizing themselves. And so we see this great work, and we wanted to create a special platform and a community where we can bring together and inspire and celebrate that work. So in partnership with the World Women Foundation this year at Clio Health, we launched the Clio Health World Women's Platform. And so what that allows us to do is we have a specialty category where we saw probably the largest amount of our submissions this year in a specialty category for women's health, everything affecting her full life cycle, which we've seen so much now expanding beyond just menopause and menstruation and sexual health, which I think is also very important to expand that conversation. It's also a place for us to inspire folks with the creatives that are working in the space, that are telling the truth and sharing their stories, and a community. So I hope you all will join us in that community. I'll be happy to share that information with you afterwards. But I guess the thing I kept thinking about listening to all of you tonight is this idea that womanhood, motherhood is a constant evolution, and there is both learning and unlearning in that, and I think that requires a lot of bravery, and I think that we are incredible beings and we can do incredible things, and the best thing for each of us to continue to do is support each other. Women need to support women in order for us to continue to make progress. So thank you.
Thank you. I would like to now invite Valerie. Thank you for joining us. She just came for being with us for this open mic. And I'm so thankful for you to being here and supporting amazing women who are performing tonight. I just have one question for you. What stood out, during the whole presentations of 10 presentations, what stood out to you?
Thank you so much for inviting me. Wow. I don't know how to digest what just happened. I feel somehow liberated, perhaps because I'm a mom myself of two. I've been working in diplomacy, in the corporate sector, in philanthropy for more than 20 years now. And we use a lot of corporate bullshit. And sometimes this language is necessary to hold complexity, to make sure that we can have difficult conversation and we can move the needle. But thank you for organizing this session and an open mic like this. Speak to the truths. It brings everyone's lives front stage. My work as a consultant now, because I no longer work in the corporate sector, but I support foundations drafting their social strategies and philanthropic strategies. And I also teach advocacy in philanthropy at the University of Geneva. And one of the most powerful tools that we have is narrative change. It's also being able to shift hearts and minds through the work that we do, the work that you do. And I just wanted to say that you definitely shifted mine in so many ways. I've laughed, I've cried. I feel hopeful now. I feel stronger as a woman now that I've heard all your stories. Thank you for that. What resonated with me, because I took some notes, is that care is power, that love is practice, that we need much more radical humanity, zero bullshit, that we are bringing the ocean with us, by keeping the secret for ourselves, we make it so much louder. And that storms makes threes with deeper roots, and those roots and relations build a majestic three. So that's my advice. Let's build together this majestic tree. And I mean, there's so many women that stood up for me in my whole life, professionally, personally. Let's stood up for each other. Yeah. Thank you.
But last not the least, the woman behind the scenes who made a lot of things happen, Françoise from Elle Acoustic.
Wow, what to add. So, first of all, I think that I'm super proud of you, all this performance. I could not imagine that I would cry and smile at the same time. And I remember when we were talking about this, I had this idea about, each voice of mother matters. And Rupa was like, of course. It was a concept at that time, and then you made it come true. So, I think that when we created that, we could not imagine that we would have so many applications. So what does it mean? It means that, it triggers some interest, it triggers attention, and it's also showing that we have to speak about it. It's a topic. So we usually say that, women are underrepresented community. We are half of the population, so this is not possible. It's a popular belief. And we usually said also that motherhood is like a journey. It is. But how powerful it is to drive creativity, to be more focused, to be agile, to leverage all these skills that are much, essential at corporate level. So I'm also mother of 4 kids. Yes. And it has never been a challenge for me because it's not a choice to be a mother and to be, a woman with a leadership working, and both are very much compatible. So thank you, because I think that your stories show, all the diversity of motherhood and, all the fears, all the, the joy and what it changed, what it shifted. I had the same experience. I think I completely changed when I had my first child. And I think that for the future, because I know you will ask this question, for me, the start of something. Start of something, because you are 10 women today. We think that we can grow this community, we can support you. Mentorship, of course, is one of the solutions, but also maybe promote your stories. Tell people, be transparent on this is the reality. This is not only a story. It's real women with real, challenges. And I think that, we'll think about how, but please stay with us because it's just the beginning of something. Thank you.
And lastly, welcome to the House of Dreamers and Doers and Disruptors. That's World Women Foundation. Thank you to all. And lastly, I also want to thank Clio Health, Elle Acoustic, Much Better Agency, and Gina Davis Institute. I think she just left. Everybody who donated their time today. And thank you for being here, and enjoy the rest of the evening with champagne. However, we definitely should take a group picture, a fun one. Can we do that? Yes, let's do that.